Welcome back, you guys. Today I'll be showing you once again how to complete all of the crafting objectives. This time we're looking at Foot Fantasy. So we're going to get you a ton of packs, and all you've got to do to say thank you is subscribe down below, and of course drop a like. And if you do need some coins, well, if you guys are still stuck with a team like this, and everyone you play in champs has a team like this, then you need to head over to Sky Coach in the link below. Not only have they got the cheapest and most reliable service for FIFA coins, you can pick any amount of coins, select your console, and put in code PRORECALL for 10% off. So first of all, let's go through why we're going to be doing this. Of course, there is an objective again where each 10, you're going to go get yourself another set of packs. Now, I've done 10 already. The first set is a player pick, which is a nice little start, of course, especially while we're in a promo. You've got a good chance that that might be something good. So we're going to pop that open. I mean, 1 of 383. What do I expect? Of course, we get an 83. But before we get properly into the video, guys, what I am going to say is we've got a 1 of 3 88 plus base TS or WW icon card. Once again, all we've got to do for this one, if you guys want to be in for the chance of winning some FIFA points, if you subscribe, send proof over on Instagram, you'll be entered in. And this is if we get a usable card. So we are praying for a usable card. I'm going to look this time. Who we got? We got Percy to Saeed check. All 88. I'm going to go for check so I have some keeper diversity, but I'll be honest, that's pretty trash. But without further ado, let's go over to the packs that I'm teaching you to craft. So it's going to be your 77 times 3 packs again. So these are quite good packs. Obviously, they're not all going to be really good, but being that we've got so many options in terms of crafting your rewards into things at the moment, I think this is a perfect time to have these out. Of course, we've got the 81 plus doubles. We've got the player picks available. They're available an unlimited amount of times. You can do them as many times as you want. And then obviously we've got the options to do, of course, your daily crafting objective. So there's a lot at the minute which we can use to craft into these. We can craft into other things, and essentially with the exchange packs back, we've got a lot of routes to crafting things back into SBCs. Now, one thing is good about the 77 times 83s is I found previously I got a ton of informs in these. Now, with of course the 83 times 10 returning, it's really useful to have an option where you're going to get a load of informs. We've got a German striker, Leipzig. That is confusing. Who have we got? We've not got Werner, we've got Stark. Is it a double? Probably not. I mean, she's a lot more gassed about me getting her card than I am, but, you know, a card's a card. Stark, how much does she go for? It will help me in the objective, it's okay. But let's head over to the SBC to work out what it is we need to do to get this free. So first of all you've got to do for each one is 11 cards. They can be whatever rating you want. Obviously, you're just going to go through your lowest commons. As you can see in my club, we don't have a ton of commons left. Obviously, we scroll down a little bit, you'll see they're kind of disappearing. So I've been crafting these into the 81 plus doubles and the player picks for a few days. Now, the easiest way to complete these SBCs is always going to be on the companion app, or if you're logging on the web app on the computer, purely because it's easy to craft the SBCs. You can essentially put in 11 commons and then just switch out one player, and it's done very, very easily. I always tend to do it that way, but of course you can do it however way you find easier. Now, obviously, each one of these is going to cost us essentially 1 daily gold upgrade. Now, you'd think, oh, why don't I just go and put all of my daily gold upgrades straight in here? Well, because then you have no cards left and you can't do this for free. But of course, it's a fair mindset. I get why you'd want to do that. Now, let's go over to the daily gold upgrades. So 11 gold players, all I've got to do is fill out a squad of bronzes and silvers. Now, where do I get these? Funnily enough, the daily silver and the daily bronze upgrade. So very simply, you've got a ton of options with this. Now, personally, I don't really need to do these upgrades in order to get the players, but with the amount, oh, interestingly enough, he actually goes to my barber, or my old barber. Like, my barber's relocated, but where my barber used to get trims, this guy goes for trims. So I obviously get a footballer's level haircut, just saying. But going back in, you want to do obviously these every day because it just gives you a load of cards. Even when you don't need them, like I'm saying I don't, you still get a load of these cards that you can store in future. Eventually, in theory, you will run out of your bronze and silver, so it's always worth having some in stock. You want to get these done, and then of course you want to craft these directly into that daily gold upgrade. Now, with doing the daily gold upgrade, of course you're going to get 10 commons and 1 gold rare, a perfect fit for your crafting upgrade, but you don't want to put it there. Reason being, if you put it there, obviously once you've done those 4, you're completely done. That's all your cards gone, and now you're going to have to invest coins in order to get any return out of it. Where you want to take these realistically is over to the challenge section. So first of all, let's just be clear, you want to complete, firstly, if I just go back here to the upgrades, you want to firstly complete your daily gold and your daily bronzes. Your daily gold is the one that you craft your silvers and your bronzes into. Now, this is just going to cost you 11 silvers and bronzes. Very, very simple. I always prefer to do this on the app. It is quicker that way, but you can do it whichever way you choose. Now, what you want to do once you've got all these players is essentially take them into these SBCs here. Now, of course, these SBCs combined cost, I think, around 35k at the minute. Obviously, by completing them and getting the packs back from them, you're guaranteed a minimum of around 60k at the moment. So the reality is, these are free coins. Now, if you don't have the investment to do this, it's okay. We can get the players for this in another way. But if you can pay the coins to get these SBCs done, it's absolutely worth it because you're going to get essentially a free 30k. And then with that free 30k, you just want to go over to your premium mixed league upgrade. So what we'll see is if I hop in here, you'll see I've got all of these ready to be completed. So League 1 Eredivisie, let's pop that one in. Jumbo gold pack, absolutely easy way to get a pack. And of course, by doing this, I'm then getting myself, obviously with the packs you get here, we've got tradable options, we've got untradeable options. What am I going to do with the tradables? Apparently I've used some of these cards in what I've just, and it's fine, we've got cards that suffice. So all you want to do is get, of course, these SBCs completed, pop the packs open. The untradables you want to craft into whatever you can that's going to get you more craftable options. And of course, once again, I've used the players. And we've got the third one completed. So that leaves us the Lib and Sud, the easiest one. The cheapest cards? No, absolutely not. Even though they are the most useless cards, these are the most expensive to do. Now, this is the only one that I actually have to actively do in this way, where it's a little bit more, I suppose, technical. Essentially, these are the cards, if you get them tradable while doing this process, you do not want to sell them, because even if you get them tradable, they're actually worth way more to you. So what you want to do is go along each club and just pick out the highest rated card and go along in this way. So obviously we can see here I've grabbed just the 73s there, these higher ratings. The reason being, this SBC has a rating minimum. So although it doesn't have a rating max, what it does have is basically a way where it's going to force you a little bit to put some of your higher cards in there. Now obviously you do want to jig this around, make sure that you've got it in the most accurate way. You're not sort of have it heavy in the weight too much. You don't want to have 75s when you can have a 74, for example. So you want to do this one pretty precisely, just because it's the most costly to make a mistake. So it's just one that you want to be a bit more careful around. So we're just going to pop these in. So as we can see, when we go into here, the minimum rating is 74. So you do need a little bit of chem, but not a lot. We can see obviously that right back probably isn't going to help with our rating there. So let's get in a 65 instead, pop that 71 there. So all we need realistically now is team rating and a bit of chem. So let's move this guy here. Let's get you up here. So we've got this rating bang on, and we finally completed this one. Now, as I say, when you do this one, this is not one where you want to waste the cards. You want to, sell them or anything like that. You want to keep any Lib or Sud cards. It's very easy if you keep the Lib and Sud cards to craft this over and over again. What you will find is those are the cards that are hardest to get. So the only other thing is that if you don't get them from doing a cycle of this, maybe 2 cycles of this, you may have to buy them. But obviously you can see there's some Sud cards. So you will get them in some of the bronze and silver packs, mostly the silver packs for the Lib cards. But if you do not get enough to complete, you just want to buy the highest rated ones. And this is where you want to spend your coins in recrafting into these league upgrades, because, all the other players can be got via SBCs. None of them are sort of rating specific. You need a load of golds from a couple leagues and you can mix and match. So it's very, very simple. There's not a guaranteed requirement of things, but with the Lib and Sud, it is a little bit more costly. Now, when you're doing these objectives, a really easy thing to do is to go through your milestones and find if there's any big packs you can find in there where you're only a few of small sort of objectives off of completing them, because it's always worth getting them done. You'll find some that you might never have even thought you were close to. And of course, all of that is going to contribute to your next packs. Now, what I would say is good about these as well, being that we've got the 83 times 10s, as I say, you get a lot of informs out of them. This could be good. Oh, it's Politano, isn't it? But that is out of one of the packs that we've got from completing the league upgrade. So we've just got ourselves a Politano, which he'll be good for that thing that I was talking about earlier. What's it called? The objective with the cup. So that's good. I mean, that's a win. We should get loads of stuff out of that. If you have a look at that objective, it is really solid. So apparently it's very much worth doing. So I'll definitely be doing that. The other thing that you really want to do in order to just up your FIFA game massively is subscribe to this channel. And what we're going to do, just to finish off the video before I spam through all of these trash packs, is we're going to do one more 83 times 10. We're going to put in a card that you guys probably won't be happy to see go in one of these SBCs, but it's going to have to be done. Why have I just got to... I've not got any place for a 91 piece of fodder at all. Not a single place. There is literally... I mean, I could do Timo Werner, but I just don't have a place for that fodder. I've already done the icon pick. And as you can see, Theo Hernandez, he just doesn't cut it as a centre-back. I'll be honest, he's trash. I bet his team idea is great, but the lack of play styles on that card just ruins it for me. Now, I don't want to put De Bruyne into a 989 exchange because it just isn't good enough. So we're going to have to hold off on that 83 times 10, but subscribe and you'll see it soon.